while I'm still looking decent. And it's not gonna tell me. Nope. Let's talk about the plan. Plan that I've probably mentioned. I don't remember. I'm moving this chair up. Yes, I'm one of the stunting almost people. I have a chair and a tent. Okay. Let's talk about the plan. What am I trying to do? Why am I trying to do it? How am I going to do it? Start with the end plan. I plan to be sitting in a house in California, not big house. I'm actually pretty paranoid. My first apartment, in my first apartment, the first sound I heard, I was out in my living room swinging a blunt object around, trying to figure out what it was. I think it might have been a sword I was holding. I'm not sure. But I was scared to death by my air conditioning. So an actual house, big one, a big house would scare the living hell out of me. It's California, so I plan to have my little snack closet, whatever, pantry. My little pantry's gonna have jars of different kinds of weed in it. Got this legal in California. I may or may not decide to find a boyfriend. I'm still pissed at society. How am I gonna do that? How am I gonna afford to do that? That's gonna be a lot of weed. How am I gonna smoke all of that? First step of the plan is to get a car. I got a car, I need to get it fixed. I got the car for $1,200. I looked online, the average price for it is $4,000, or should I say $3,800 to $4,000. $4,000 seems to be the max, but the average is $3,500. The repairs on my car shouldn't cost more than $2,000. I already have a good mechanic. I have the name of a good mechanic. My coworker who I often smoke cigarettes with in the back, in his car, we just hang out, talk a bit, is actually fixing up his car. He's a pretty good mechanic. He's a decent mechanic. He knows what he's doing. He's not a mechanic, but he knows what he's doing. He told me about this legitimate auto bliss that'll help me out. All right, so that's $3,000 itself put into my car. Max $3,200. So that means even if I end up selling the car, I made money. If I sell it for any more than $3,200. With that car, after I get the car, it's saving up time. I'm going to save up $5,000. Not too much. I'll have a car. I'll also plan to drive for Uber. But the main thing is, that's going to just... The main thing that's just going to make my life fulfillful is what I plan to do before I get to California. Years I've had a lot of mental issues. I still have a lot of mental issues. Of course, dating back, very, very far back. Very, very far back, I'm thinking. I'm actually going to say it started around when I was 7 years old. Because that's the time when I really started looking down on the world, wondering why people are ignoring me for just being a child. Like, if I even got the smallest bit of attention, instead of being treated like some joke, I would have put a lot more time into my studies and learning more, and just sharing information and telling people about the interesting things that are actually going on, that are actually happening. But I was pushed away aside, and that's just one of the few of many things wrong. I don't even know if I said it yet. Before I go to California, I was gonna buy a laptop. That's after I got my car fixed up. I was gonna buy a laptop, nothing special, just something that works. And I have been using computers for nearly more than half my life. So I know a bit about computers and what I need to look for. Now, out of all the information about computers there is, I don't know that much, but I know a lot more than the average person. Like, if you were my ex and you had a computer that's lying there, and you did something to really get at me, I could make sure your computer doesn't work, period. You couldn't fix it. There would be nothing you could do. Nothing at all. I could destroy your computer. I wouldn't even need to use some hacking program or something. I just know what a computer needs to work. Without that, you're gonna need a new computer, and they're not cheap. See, I know a bit about computers. I was gonna use that laptop to build a website. I wanted to build a website for someone like me to call home. This is completely against Reddit. Like, they're pretty big. They've been out for a while, but I don't like their site, period. It's just too much. There's a lot there, but I don't think it's organized right. There is a lot of information, I understand that, but I don't think it's organized correctly. I find it hard to my own posts on Reddit. I don't know why. I don't know why. I just personally don't think it should be that complex. Like, I could never get into this was a few years ago, but I was always a simple player. I tried to play World of Warcraft once. I got lost. Actually, I just joined the game. I started killing things. 20 minutes later, I found out I have no idea where I am. I don't know where my quest is. So I continued just killing things. Second try around, I actually was following the storyline, but it just didn't. Me and WoW didn't connect. It was just all too much. Skip a few years, I was playing ArcheAge. If you've ever heard of ArcheAge, you know that's a very big and complex game. Just want you to know, I did only 2 things in that game. I did dungeons, and I wasted about an hour of my day moving virtual cargo to one destination to the next. I played it for a while, though. So I'm not big on complexity. I need something simple. Especially when you're at a hard time in your life. You don't need something more complex to just slow you down a bit. You need to relax. You need to relieve the stress. I could easily use advertisement from the site to make money. What I do with that money? I've already said I don't like a big house. I have my own desktop. I don't need a new computer. I need a new desk. I never plan on getting a new computer. I will have a laptop. So what am I going to do with that advertisement money? Simple. Picture this. No, it's fucking. It's simple. I'll be in California. I just got not just. I'll be in California. I've settled down. Got my desk. I've started playing my games again. I started streaming. I do want to stream. I love video games. They are my life. The emotion, feeling, experience that they give me It's just exactly what I need. In life, I was just born here, and I started getting shit on for no reason. When I tried to become a person, someone worth to society, I got shat on more. But if you download that game, if you buy that game, you put that game in your computer, in your system, you open that game up on your computer, you put in your details to log in, you press new game on the console, it starts up. You're immediately somebody. You're immediately that number one figure. You're literally that number one figure that the entire world, even in some games, the entire galaxy depends on just you. And each mission you do, each little thing you do, it's actually like you're accomplishing something with your life. I play online games because of their people. I love meeting people. I love talking to people. In reality, I don't have much to say because there's not much I really can connect to people with. I feel out of place in reality because I know the person next to me, the person I'm working with, just doesn't understand. They just don't know. They don't need to understand. They just don't know. They don't feel the same thing I feel. It's the same life in a different perspective and in a different part of their life. Like, and in the same shitty job, in the same shitty job, my coworker has a car worth more than what I've made in my entire life. I am 24. My first job was at 20, so that's 4 years. I am able to make around, I'm gonna say 13 to 15,000 a year. 4 years. Let's just round that up to 50,000. That's $50,000 that I've made working. How much is your car worth? He has what I'm going to say based off of nothing is somewhere around a 2010 silver Mustang. Somewhere around the time, like I'm going to say 1 or 2 years after the first Transformers movie, the one with Bumblebee in it, that Mustang. Like somewhere around that time period. That's what the Mustang looks like. We work at the same shitty job. But obviously you're at a completely different spot, view, perspective, and everything else than me in life. I don't know where that rant was about. Oh yeah, let's just start back from what I remember. When I'm in California, I plan to make internet cafe. That's what it's called. I plan to make an internet cafe. Why do you say? I love video games. I love video games. But that's not the reason why. It's part of the reason why, but the main reason is why I wanted to have a reason why I could have a bare, blank, square room the size of an apartment. The size of a decent apartment. Not a shitty apartment. The size of a decent apartment. Just a square room with internet. I wanted that room to have internet. I thought the best way I could do that was if I have an internet cafe next door. Right next door or on top of it. Simple enough. I'll have an internet cafe. I'll get to be around computers. I'll get to be around games. I'll get to learn things from different games, meet new people, and see them play the video games that they love and cherish. Now, what am I gonna do with that empty plot? Let's take a look around first. This is what I wake up to. You got the street over there. I could not tell you what street that is, but let's continue on. Street there. There's supposed to be a bank over there. I know that only because I was sleeping there. I was sleeping like right over there one day. I woke up to 3 police officers standing above me saying, just like, hey, how are you? Like, hey, didn't mean to scare you. I jumped up. It don't matter who you are. If you wake up to police officers standing over you, you're gonna jump up. You're gonna jump up. I was scared, but he was cool. He's like, sorry to wake you. Just seeing if you're alright. What's up? The bank over there said she saw me a few too many times. I didn't even know there's a bank over there, and I have the cops being called on me because I'm suspicious. All I'm doing is sleeping. I will show you what I was doing. Let me show you what happened. I can even tell you exactly where it was. I was right here. This spot right here. I was right here. We're gonna lay down. This is what I was doing. I jumped up. This cop standing there. Hey. But out of everything, I will say, this is a very beautiful view. And the grass was cut yesterday. It feels great. It feels great. I hate wet, tall grass. I hate it. You got something over that way. Nothing really over there. Of course, you got Costco over there, but that's a bit further away. You got nothing over there. You got this amazing view. You got the sky right there. Just think about this. Just think about this spot at night. It's a great spot. I love the spot. But still, that's where I sleep. That's where I sit every now and then. I dropped my lighter. I have 3 lighters now. 1 died. Something on me. This is my living space. There's some bread. It's pumpkin. Stop selling stuff early. I got an army bag over there from my bro. I don't know where he got it. I don't know his full story. But then again, life is traumatizing. I'm not pushing anything. But we have talked about a lot. Just off of this view, I want to ask you a question. What am I going to do with that blank space? If your first answer was, I'm going to build a free space with beds and whatnot for people to sleep, you're almost there. You're almost there. I don't want to clutter the space up. The space is meant to be open. I plan to have some really comfortable chairs. Comfortable chairs don't need to be expensive. They don't need to be they don't even need to be $1,000. You don't need to get $1,000 chair. Hell, I'm not going to use this chair, but this chair itself, I got for $5. I could sleep in this. I could sleep in this. It is actually comfortable. I could sleep in this. Like, I could either be straight up, I can lean back a little bit. Oops, you're not even seeing. I could be straight up, lean back a bit, I could slouch even more. It's a comfortable chair. I got this for $5. Yeah. Have like 4 or 5 chairs on the edges. Then I want a bench right there. This is lining the wall. I'm sorry. Then I want a bench. I want electric sockets. Yes, I want electric sockets on the walls going all the way around the room. I could add a little space, like, it's gonna cost a bit to make, but it can still be done cheaply. As long as it's structured enough and safe. That's all that matters. It has to be safe and structured enough. Nothing else really matters. I could build a small little staircase going up, just a little room, some privacy room if a homeless person wants to be alone when he sleeps. But if he wants to come inside, plug in his phone, sleep on the bench, that is perfectly fine. What I want to make is a space for homeless people to just be able to go and relax and chill, to just be okay. Of course, there's a cafe right next door. If you need some food, I got you. Like, right now, I got Pop-Tarts that I'm scared to eat because I don't think they go well with my stomach. And I got bread. I got some Cheez-Its. Let me show you my Cheez-Its. Let me put you down.